Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. Tonight we've got the Battle of the Borough. The mighty Wigan Warriors hosting the Leigh Leopards. We have just kicked off, so we made it. Just. We'll go through the team lineups very shortly. I've just got to check. Somebody's trying to get hold of me, so I need to just have a look at this message. Apologies. Typical timing. Something to do with the market, so I've just got to check that one. And I'll be straight with you, so apologies. Got to work as well, and also try and do the stream as well. But I'm not complaining. I'd sooner be doing the stream, that is for sure. So as we're looking at it, Wigan are kicking from right to left. We'll do Leigh the courtesy of giving you their lineup first. They go with Brand, Niu, Charnley, Cook, Lamb, Offenhagu. Yeah, we'll go with that. Mulhern, Halton, Trout, Liu, Horn, Hodgson, and Senior. Wigan, they go with Field, Eckersley, Kieran. Let's hope he doesn't get any ill discipline issues tonight. Marshall, French, Smith, Havard, O'Neill, Thompson, and Sember, Farrell, Ellis, and Sam Walters. Live chat is open. Come and let me know your thoughts. Who you're supporting tonight. Maybe you're not supporting either of these teams and you're just a rugby league fan in general. Let me know who you support. Live chat is open. It is working. Leigh trying to come down the short side there, but not sure who that was. Lost his footing. Was it Hodgson? Lost his footing anyway. Brought to ground by Thompson. Marshall takes that on the full, just outside his own 20. Runs infield, tackled by I'm not sure. I'm a little bit out of practice with the rugby league, to be honest. I'm all right with the Wigan players. It's just the other teams that I'm having an issue with. And I also think that there's a few issues going on as well with the animations, because normally it should be telling us where we get the tackle count, don't we? And it's not exactly happening at the moment. Yeah, let's have a look. Summary, lineup. No, nothing on there, so apologies. Charnley getting driven backwards there by Sember. It's been a little bit messy the start of this stream. I apologise. I'm trying to do too many things at once. I need to concentrate on the rugby now. That's what you get with arriving late. Not much choice, really, with work, but there you go. Lamb puts a kick in from his own 30. Field's going to take it about 25. Difficult kick to take that. Kind of went over his head a little bit, but no butter on those fingers from Field. Took it in well. Get some good distance back, despite a good chase from Leigh, but he's almost up to the 40. Marshall cuts inside. He is over the 40, gets to about 45 yards. Brad O'Neill comes in at dummy half. Over to Farrell. Farrell's over the halfway line, driving over the 40. That's where he's brought down. Brad O'Neill himself scampers over the 30. And it's Mulhern who finally brings him down. Ethan Havard was in at dummy half there. And Sember got some nice dreadlocks going on. Jai Fielding at dummy half. Kick comes in from Harry Smith, 20 yards out. It's down the right-hand side-ish, but not right in the corner. And that That was Senior who took the ball, but he was never going to get out of his own in-goal area there. So that'll be a goal line dropout, and Wigan will keep that pressure on. Not really bothered. They weren't even really bothered about challenging Senior there. It was just a case of let him have the ball. As soon as he lands, Adam Kieran, with the help of Sam Walters, drive him over that sideline. Sorry, over that in-goal line. I wonder if Matty Peet has had a word with Adam Kieran about his discipline. Lets himself down sometimes with it, especially at the end of the game twice this season. Thompson drives it in there, and as he makes the contact, the ball just spills up into the air. And it's not often you see Thompson do that, but it is a knock-on. He grits his teeth as he goes into the tackle, and it was Houghton who went into the tackle, and it was a loose tackle. I'm not saying there was a foul, but Houghton went in with his shoulder. No intention to wrap there. But he's got away with it. And it's a scrum on the 30, head and feed to Leigh Leopards. In studio. What we've done, there's something I missed there. Hopefully everything's all right with this stream. It's showing that there's a little bit of an error. Hopefully not. Off and go, he's got a problem for the Leopards here. I'm not sure what he's done. He's staying on the pitch now, but I think it might be his calf. He's done. Jaifield comes and collects that ball well on his own. On his own 15-yard line. Lamb doesn't look happy, the coach, and why would you? Not a player you want to be losing. In the Battle of the Borough. There's about 6 miles between Wigan and Leigh. Years ago, I used to drink in Leigh. Not all the time, just very, very occasionally at a club. It used to be called the Limelight Club. It was a bit grotty. We used to call it a dimlit club. Harry Smith breaks a line there, gets ankle tapped though, but by the time he's finally tackles, he's on the 30. Thompson drives it in again. This time he keeps hold of the ball. Houghton brings him down. O'Neill comes in at dummy half. It's going down the right-hand side. French, poor pass that. He was trying to find Jaifield. Little flip pass off the floor there by Adam Kieran to Jaifield, but he's wrapped up straight away. So a little bit loose that from Wigan. Not what you expect from Bevan French either. Not the best of passes. Nobody's perfect, as they say. Oh, off and go. You can see it looked like it was Brad O'Neill when he makes the tackle. He's kind of fallen on the calf and slid as he's wrapped. He's slid down, and Alec Vienka has come on, and off and go. He's taking no further part this evening. Looks really disappointed, as you would expect. So Wigan did get a penalty there. I didn't quite see what it was for. Maybe there was a flop or something when Field was tackled on the floor. Right, Ethan Hubbard drives it in. Brad O'Neill comes in, dummy half. Fred left to Thompson. Thompson, he had the option to make a short pass there to Nsembe, but decided to straighten it up himself. Wigan trying to come down this left-hand side again. They've got Marshalls on the outside. He had space. Decides to come back inside. He didn't want to trust his own pace on the outside against Brander, which is interesting. Maybe he felt the touchline was a little bit too close. Wigan, once again, coming down that right-hand side, a little bit sloppy. Pass doesn't go to hand. Once again, French to O'Neill. Short pass to Ellis. Ellis straightens it up, gets over the 10. He's about 7 yards out, pretty central. This time down the right-hand side, once again, Adam Kieran onto that ball at pace and breaks the Leeds defence, and over he goes. First try on the board for the Wigan Warriors. They finally got their act together down that right-hand side. The first two previous attempts weren't very good. Passes not going to hand both times from Bevan French as well, which is unusual for him. But on this occasion, down the right-hand side, Lamb, elbow to the face of Field. That's what that free kick was for that we didn't see. No need for that. And he's cost his side now, his ill-discipline. But it was a ball to the right-hand side to Bevan French. French kept that ball going to the right, and at pace, Adam Kieran, as soon as he got onto it, you're not going to stop him from there. Good start from the Wigan Warriors. They'll be disappointed with that, giving that try away, will Leigh, because it came from, good try from Wigan's point of view, but they shouldn't have had the opportunity. It came from the ill-discipline of Lamb. Field was on the floor, on his back almost. The tackle was made, and then for whatever reason, whether that's a spillover from a previous encounter, but he just put his forearm right into his face, and the referee pinged him, and Kieran not only put the ball down for 4 points, he's going to hopefully add insult to injury, which he does with that conversion. There we go. The Warriors take a 6-0 lead with, 11 and a half minutes on the clock. Leigh gets us back underway. It's taken by Marshall just inside his own 10-yard line. Thompson once again drives it in. He's over the 10-yard line. He's held up. Referee calls held. Brad O'Neill comes in at dummy half, spreads it to his right-hand side to Nsemba. Nsemba, he's only going one way. That's forward. Doesn't make too much yardage after contact, though. Good effort there by Leigh in defence. Thing is, we know that Leigh can defend, don't we? We've seen it in the opening game of last season, that record-breaking game. 0-0. Wigan get over the halfway line. Brad O'Neill in at dummy half once again. Wigan making easy yardage at the moment. They're trying to come down this left-hand side now. Field into the line. Does he break the line? Thinks about letting the pass go. Now he goes to ground. Final tackle. Smith from the 30 puts a high kick in. Leigh will be starting this set of 6 from their own 10-yard line. It's going to be a long evening unless Leigh can start getting some decent field position. Cut out the penalties. Charnley's trying to drive his way forward. He's met by Cade Ellis, though, and Ethan Havard. He doesn't get too far after contact. Mulhern tries his luck. Mulhern, he reminds me of one of the Scousers off Harry Enfield. You know, all right, it's all right. Maybe you don't. That's going back a long time, actually. Field takes the kick. He's almost up to the halfway line. Lamb this time. I don't know why he did that before. There, he just made the tackle, and that was it. There was no animosity or nothing like that. I think Eckersley's just knocked on there in the tackle, just over the halfway line. He can challenge it if he wants to. Yeah, they're not going to captain's challenge that. The referee gave him the option. Yeah, he did. Good job they didn't as well. The ball came loose, hit the Leigh player. I think it was Lamb. And then he... oh, no, it was Mulhern, actually. Yeah, that would have been a knock-on. So wise decision not to captain's challenge. Leigh get us back underway. They're on the halfway line. That was a forward pass, surely. It made it look worse because it was right on the halfway line. So you had a real good barometer of whether it was, let's say, flat or whether it was a forward pass. Leigh trying to get up to Wigan's 30. 4 tackles gone, and they've made about 22 metres, I'm guessing, at there. 24 metres, it's just come up. Hodgson into the line once again, wrapped up by Adam Kieran. Ethan Havard's there as well. Good player though, Bailey Hodgson, isn't he? Really exciting. One of them players, when he gets the ball, you always think he's going to do something. Good take there from Liam Marshall inside his own 10. Brand lets him land and then makes the tackle. 2 tackles gone there now for Wigan. They've made probably 0 yards. Now what can we do with Eckersley? He drives forward. Brad O'Neill spreads it right to Walters. Walters evades the first tackler. Can't get away from Mulhern though. What can Ellis do? Ellis is trying to get up to the halfway line. Wigan, 5th tackle coming up. So he's going to be kicking from his own 40 there. Smith puts a long kick in. No problem for Hodgson. He's already up to the 20. And Leigh will be starting from about 26 yards out. Frankie James in live chat. Hi, Frankie. Good to see you in live chat. Hope you're doing well. Silver's on a tour. Any of you traders out there? Options expiry is over. Leigh just getting over their own 30, trying to get to the 40. Can't quite do it though. Thompson and Farrell in the tackle. Leigh who's trying to get to the halfway line. He's just short, but they're going to be kicking from deep inside their own half again. Lamb it is. Puts the high kick in. It's going to land about 15 yards out. Eckersley takes it off his shoulder. Gets over the 20. And that's where he's put to the floor, and Wigan will be starting from decent field position, the way that they've been making yardage. Marshall has an attempt just short of the 30. O'Neill in at dummy half, spreads it left to... Looks like SA who's come on. I missed that one. I missed that interchange. Apologies. Makes some good yardage over the 40, does SA. Wigan's pack is getting bigger now. Frankie James is have OP there, or the OG, whichever he calls himself. Smith inside to Bevan French, back to Smith, basketball pass. Wigan coming down the left hand side. Surely Marshall's in at the corner. He is. They actually had a 2-man overlap there, but I think they've been pinged for a forward pass. Did look a little bit. It was early in the move actually. I think it was the pass back to Smith from Bevan French. It looked, referee stood there. He had a great position of it, a great, view of it. And yard forward. He had momentum. Momentum was going against him there. Luke Thompson, who went off. And Sam SA's come on. Frankie James says, yeah. I bet he's got a smile on his face. Silver's on a bit of a turn out, heading upwards towards $90, $89.36 in the futures contract at the moment. Lovely. But back to the rugby. Mulhern's trying to get it up to the halfway line. He's wrapped up though by Walters. And Ethan Havard. 4 tackles gone. Just over the halfway line now. Once again, Lamb's going to be kicking from on the halfway line. You know, there's not that opportunity to put that kick into the corner. This one's landing about the 18-yard line. And Eckersley jumps well, not really under any pressure, and gets to ground before he can get driven any further back. Mulhern then come clattering into Adam Kieran and bounced off him. Marshall's trying his luck. Can he get up to the 30? Nobody can get the offload away. Picked up by Farrell. Farrell's over the 30, over the 35, heading towards the 40. Couldn't quite get the pass away. Leigh were a little bit asleep there. Now Field's dancing his way around. Leigh are all asleep. That one offload, they've given up 20, 25 metres there through not being alert. Walters breaks the line. Now a little layoff to Smith. He's jinking and a jiving, looking for support. Gets it before his arm hits the floor. It's back with Brad O'Neill. Lays it back to Bevan French, who's... Is he over? Bevan French is over. It was Ollie Partington who managed to get the pass away. Wigan have come down the right-hand side now, and it's with Bevan French. He was tackled, but his momentum, he managed to get to the line and then kind of rolled his body and put the ball down. And I was trying to see if it touched a whitewash, and it did. So this will be a try. They will check it. They're automatically checking upstairs now. So unless there's anything, it doesn't automatically. When there's a try, the referees this season are blowing the whistle, pointing for a try, but it's automatically getting checked upstairs now. And I think it's just trying to speed the game up a little bit. Unless it's something obvious. It was Lamb. Not Lamb. He's got to be stronger in the tackle there. He went high on French trying to wrap the ball up, but he got bounced backwards. And as soon as Lamb was off the tackle, that gave Bevan French that ability to keep that forward momentum, and as soon as he hit the floor, he just rolled and he's put the ball down on the line. Another try to Wigan. Wigan 10, Leigh 0. Been a little bit lucky, Leigh, as well, you could say, because Wigan had that try chalked off for a forward pass. It was a forward pass, but not by much, and it wasn't the forward pass that made the try, if that makes sense. They wouldn't, if it had been a legal pass, Leigh wouldn't have stopped it. Adam Kieran. Eyes up the post. Clean strike, straight through the middle. Wigan 12, Leigh 0. Straight through the middle there. We were just seeing Matty Peet getting interviewed before the game, and he was talking about Ollie Partington, how he wanted him, and part of the deal was Cruz Leeming had to go. And to be honest, it makes sense, because decent enough player, Cruz Leeming, but we've got Forber, just in my view, just as good, if not better, than Cruz Leeming, although he's a youngster. So good move from Matty Peet, and obviously Partington, who's on the ball there. He does get us some... I mean, Wigan now, they're just getting offloads away at will. O'Neill almost broke the line there. He had Walters on his outside, literally shoulder to shoulder, so there was no point making the pass. But Leigh are all at sea at the moment. It looks like that game they played the other night against St Helens, when they should have won until they went to sleep. Well, they've continued on going to sleep in this game. Not at the races at all. Partington driving it in. He's about 6 yards out, 4 yards out. Finally, he's put down. O'Neill in at dummy half. Down the right-hand side. French with a swift pass there to Walters. Walters is wrapped up by Lamb and Mulhern. What are they going to do here? Smith puts a chip kick across field and Sember bats it back. It's picked up by Field. He's going over there. You're not going to stop him from 2 yards out. And once again, Leigh. I mean, that's good play from Wigan. I've got to say that. It's not like there's no skill level involved from Wigan. But you'd think somebody would at least challenge Sember from the high kick. I'd say it was more of a crossfield chip kick than a high up and under. But who are that from Leigh once again? 3 tries this season for Jai Field so far. I mean, it was Brand. In fairness to Brand, he was kind of stood still, and then Sember had the height size advantage, and he was just too big for Brand. So I take that back a little bit. He did try, but he just didn't have the size, and Sember just batted it backwards. And fortuitously for Field, it didn't have to hit the floor. He took it straight away. Made the dummy pass outside to Marshall, made the room for him. And then number 15, Alex Wench, or whatever he is called. Apologies, I'll get his name. Alec Vienke. Couldn't stop Field from that distance. And once again, it's going to be a pretty simple kick, this, you know, for Adam Kieran. He's got his kicking boots on tonight. Got to adjust my donut. Have OP, have you got a big smile on your face? No problem. Once again for Adam Kieran. 3 from 3 tonight. The Wigan faithful, they are delighted. Quick shout out, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. If you're a Leigh Leopard supporter, don't worry, come on in. Come and say hello in live chat. We'll be gentle with you. Marshall takes the kick off. Eze drives forward. Dealt with him well there, Leigh, to be honest. Kept him down to the 20-metre line. O'Neill in at dummy half. And Sember drives it over the 20. Makes no yardage there, though. Maybe a yard. Maybe a yard. O'Neill spreads it right to Partington. Partington keeps it going to Havard. Out of the back by Havard to Walters. Walters tries to get the pass away. But there was somebody from Leigh in the way. And Leigh have ended up in possession. Leigh trying to come down that left-hand side. He'd coughed the ball up already. Coach Lamb doesn't look happy. Adam Kieran tries breaking the line. Semi-breaks the line, but he's brought down on the 40. Now, Eckersley, he's up to halfway. O'Neill in at dummy half. Spreads it left to Partington. Farrell. Actually, it's Marshall. It's the bald head that threw me. Farrell was closer to the wing than Marshall as well, so it was not just the head, it was the positioning. Farrell standing in tonight for Jake Wardle. He's going to be out for another few weeks, isn't he? Done his knee in, his cruciate. Either way, he's having an operation on it. Ethan Havard gets over the 30. 28 minutes gone. Wigan 18, Leigh 0. Smith coming down this left-hand side once again. There was a hand in there. That'll be another set of 6 for Wigan. Almost an interception, a one-handed one, but couldn't quite take it in. But because he played for the ball, the referee waves his arm. 6 again. Partington gets up to the 10-yard line. Now he's flipped. The fans don't like it. The referee's happy with it. Jay Field trying to break the line again. He's like a one-man wrecking ball, Jay Field, and he just flips it inside to Harry Smith, unopposed, over the line, puts the ball down. And this is absolutely appalling from Leigh. There's more holes in the defence than Swiss cheese, as the saying goes. They can't cope with the fluidity of Jai Field. You know, his unpredictability. He's going left, and he thinks, no, I'm going right. And it's that change of direction. Leigh just cannot cope with it at the moment. Too easy. Too easy for Wigan. Luckily, I can't show it tonight because we haven't got the pictures on stream. So I would have shown you that. If you're a Leigh Leopards fan, you wouldn't want to be seeing it. It's poor. It's poor. Matty Peet gives a little applause, wipes his nose, no smile on his face yet. You know, the clock has just struck 30 minutes. Wigan 22, Leigh 0. And to be honest, I think that scoreline flatters Leigh. And it's going to get worse because there's no way Adam Kieran misses this kick. So it's going to be 24-0 to Wigan. There we go. There we go. Leigh get us back underway. Marshall will take it 5 yards out. Little layoff there to Patrick Mago. Steams the line. He's still going. Takes 3 Leigh Leopards to bring him down. O'Neill in at dummy half. And Semba tries his luck. He almost breaks the line as well. Can't quite do it and gets ankle tapped. Now Leigh have been pinged for messing about the play of the ball, trying to slow this Wigan Warriors team down while they get back, get the defensive line set. It's looked really disjointed from Leigh up to now in defence. Wigan trying to drive home this advantage now. We're already back underway, starting this time though from Leigh's 40. Mago just short of the 30. Brad O'Neill picks it up. Right to French. Ethan Havard, he's over the 20. He's still going. Finally grounded about 15 yards out. Brad O'Neill comes in. He's going to go to his left-hand side, or is he going to go short? He goes left. It's with Smith. To French. French just wrestled out of that tackle with ease. He's still going now, and they've got numbers on the right-hand side, Wigan. Walters, I think he thought about the chip through there, Walters. It's just so... I can't understand... This Leigh defence, when we saw him here last season, you know, the 0-0, the defence was immense. What a difference we've seen tonight. Jai Field tries chipping one through, but I think it's Brand who picks it up. Poor end to the set, really, for Wigan. Leigh trying to get over their own 30. Trying to come down the right-hand side. Awful pass to Charnley. Charnley keeps it in just. But then as he's tried to pick it up, a bouncing ball on the floor, I think he was concentrating on staying infield and he's knocked it on. Just so poor from Leigh. It was a knock on. I mean, this game's far from over, and we know how these games can change. But if the Leigh fans came tonight with optimism, thinking they were going to make, take the game to Wigan, and we haven't seen any of it. We've seen little bits of ill discipline, mainly from Lamb, which got Wigan on the score sheet initially, and after that, it's just been poor. I think Mago drives it in again. Wigan just outside Leigh's 10, coming down this left-hand side once again. Farrell's trying to get over the line. He stopped about 2 yards short. Marshall goes in at dummy half, spreads it to the right-hand side. It's with Field. O'Neill, still going, working it right. Smith to French. French thought about letting the pass go there. Zero-sum gain, though, because Kieran would have been running out of room with a touchline. So with only 3 tackles gone, not worth the risk. Now they're trying to come down this left-hand side again. Havard, what's he going to do? He's on the 10-yard line. Happy to take the tackle there. Pretty central. Brad O'Neill, he's going to go down this left-hand side this time. 6 again, messing about at the play of the ball. Leigh, they're just their own worst enemies. Partington's trying to drive it in. And now it's been reefed out. A penalty. Just frustration getting the better of Leigh here. The tackles, clearly, I think it was Hodgson. They might have been a little bit unlucky there, Leigh. I don't see what they particularly did wrong there. But either way, the referee must have had a better view of it. You have the penalty to Wigan. May go right under the post, a yard out, still trying to wheedle his way over the line, can't quite get there. Now Wigan trying to come down the left-hand side. Now it's straightened up by Ian Sember. He's looking for the offload, gets it to Smith. Smith's looking for the offload. Does get it offloaded, but plays an awful pass, intercepted by Lamb. Chance is gone. And now Wigan drive the Leigh player over the line, but the referee had already called held. I think it was Senior. They picked him up off the floor and drove him over the line, but I'm sure I heard the referee say held. Yeah, the referee's done him for that. It was Senior. He couldn't get to ground. He was picked up by 1, 2, 3, 4 Wigan players, and as he's trying to get to the ground, they never stopped the movement though, so I don't know why the referee called held. But I don't know every rule about rugby league, I've got to admit. We've just got a new video out as well on Commodity Confidential. Head over there and have a look at it. Leigh finally get over the halfway line. That ball comes loose, but it's gone backwards. Partington in the tackle there. So Leigh, they've got 3 tackles gone. They're up to Wigan's 30. Trying to come down that left-hand side. Lamb, what's he do? Delays the pass. Delayed the pass to Hodgson, and he should have just let it go first time. There was no need to delay the pass. Leigh over the 20. Final tackle coming up. What are they going to do? Are they going to put a chip into the corner, or are they going to run it? Randy can't get tackled there. Now a long pass from Lamb. Hodgson puts a little scruffy kick through. It's going to be picked up by French. Makes a hash of it. Bevan French made a real hash of that, and it's finally hoofed away by Eckersley. Do you know, he's not had the best of games tonight, Bevan French. His passing's been a little bit poor. There he didn't really bend his back to pick that ball up, and he's lucky that Hodgson was more thinking about tackling him than going for the ball, because he could well have, if he'd have gone for the ball there and got a hand to it, it would have been a try to Leigh. But it's going to be Smith with the goal line dropout. 37 minutes gone. Gets good distance on it. It's taken by Lamb on the halfway line. Hughes drives it up there. He's met by Ethan Havard. Leigh trying to get up to Wigan's 20, just short of it. 2 tackles gone. Lamb spreads it right. Artington with the tackle. Brad O'Neill's in there as well. Leah up to the 20. Wigan's 20. Spreading it down this right-hand side now. That's going nowhere, though. Wigan have got numbers. And the ball's come loose. Picked up by Harry Smith. Wigan will try and get underway quickly. Fielding at dummy half. Spreads it right to Marshall. Marshall trying to get to 30. He's tackled about 25 yards out there, though. Now, Farrell, what can he do? He does get over the 30. Pretty central. No thoughts of the offload. Just keep that ball safe now. Just under 2 minutes to go before half-time. Wigan will be happy going in with a 24-0 lead. Obviously, if they can increase it here, they'd be delighted. Smith puts a kick in early. It's charged down. Is that going to be 6 again? 6 again. Fields looking to break the line. And it's just not Leigh's night. Maybe they'll get a little bit more luck in the second half, but you kind of make your own luck. And this first half, they've not deserved any, really. Walters takes possession on the 40, trying to get to the 30. He's brought down just short. Ethan Havard over the 30. Thinks about the pass to Partington, then keeps hold of it, gets over the 20. Brad O'Neill comes in at dummy half, spreads it to the left-hand side. It's with Smith and Sember. Knock on by Jai Field. Had to reach forward for it. They had an overlap there with Marshall as well. I don't say he would have got in because the touchline's not his friend there. He really has got chalk on his boots. But look at disappointment on Matty Peet's face. A little bit of a wasted opportunity there for the Warriors. Half time, I'll be going for a piddle break. And just about manage a half now. Hodgson trying to break the line. Brought down by Adam Kieran. Then the balls come out. Yeah, that'll be half time. Hodgson saying, yeah, you lost it forward, mate. You did. Trying to get up too quick to get that final playoff before half time. But as it stands, half-time, 40 minutes is up. Wigan Warriors 24, Leigh Leopards 0. And to be honest, Leigh are lucky to be 0. Said that about Hull FC. And Hull FC were on a par. They were poor until the last 5 minutes. And they've just been... Leigh have been the same in this game as well. They'll surely come out in the second half and turn things around. At least putting in a better performance, because that from the Leigh Leopards in the first half, really, really disappointing. Right, I'm going to go for a piddle break. We'll be back for the start of the second half. Go and get a cup of tea ready. Trying to work and do a live stream, it's never good. Just hoping everything's all right with this. I'm not sure that this stream has continued. No, it's not. Ah, there we are. We're back. I don't know why there was... I don't know what that issue was with YouTube there, but we are back. So apologies for that. A little bit of tardiness. If you are joining us late, I might have to cut that little bit out. There was oh my word, it was an attempted kick. Oh, it's done his nose and everything. Knocked him clean out. Matt Davis it was. As the clearance was coming in from Smith, Davis wasn't looking at the ball. He was looking across the field. And it's hit him full in the face from not much distance. And as soon as it hit him, you just seen him just go to the floor. He was unconscious before he hit the floor. And it's cut his head. That's not good at all. Obviously, he'll take no further part in tonight's game, but the play straight away. knew what had happened and beckoned on the the physios. Referee acted quickly as well. Yeah, not good that. Hopefully he's okay. Best of luck to you, sir. O'Neill trying to bring it up to Lee's 40. Getting a little bit of a push forward, not too much, by Bevan French. Now it's with Smith. He puts a high kick in from just outside Lee's 40. It's going to land about on the 10-yard line. Charnley underneath it, kept his eyes on it well. Not easy when you've got the likes of Junior and Semba bearing down on you. But he kept hold of it. That was the main thing. 2 tackles gone, though, and Lee have actually lost ground here. Now they finally get over their own 10. They're about 15 yards out. Wigan messing about a little bit to play the ball. Referee lets them get away with it. Junior and Semba in the tackle there with Farrell. And it was Alec Vienke. Oh, my word. Partington goes in hard on Hodgson, was it? Was indeed. They're going to be... Lamb's kicking from inside his own 30 there. Gets a decent kick, but Field picks it up. Now he's already over the 40. Now he's going sideways, looking for a gap. Can't find it. But Wigan will be starting this set of 6 from just inside their own half. Marshall's over the halfway line. Liu with the tackle. O'Neill comes in at dummy half. Is he going to go left or right? He goes right. It's with Farrell. Farrell had the option for the pass there, but straightens it up, gets over the 40. O'Neill goes right once again with French. French to Walters. Walters cuts behind him and straightens it up. He's over the 30. Liu's in the tackle. This time they're going left, Wigan. There's a gap there for Mago. Mago. He broke the line. Mago broke the line there like it was Jai Field. And a little pass back inside. And it's that man again. It's that man again, Jai Field. He's just absolutely tearing this Leigh Leopards defence wide open. He's going where he wants, when he wants, at will. Oh dear. Leigh Leopards, if you're a Leigh Leopards fan, this is not a good watch. I mean, Mago brought the line there too easy. It was a ball back inside to Smith, and then Smith back inside to Field, who was backing up, and he won't score an easier try all night. But I mean, Patrick Mago, I don't want to be rude, but he's the size of an oil tanker, and nobody could get in. It's not like it was his size that got him through. It was a little sidestep. Little wry smile on Jai Field's face. That's his 19th try this season. Must feel like that. It's obviously not, but I think he's on about 4, is he? But yeah, it is indeed. It's just come up now. 4 tries for Jai Field so far in this 2026. Where's this century going? 2026 Super League. And the other thing is, Adam Kieran, 4 from 4 tonight. This is one of his easier kicks as well. It's on the wrong side for him. He's a left-footed kicker, and it's on the left-hand side. But he won't be missing this. No problem. No problem. Wigan Warriors 28. Leigh Leopards. Leigh Leopards 0. And they're lucky to be 0. We said that about Hull last week, and that was an awful performance from Hull FC. This performance from Leigh Leopards, the Battle of the Borough. It's not been much of a battle, if I'm honest. Lee gets back underway. It's picked up by French. He passes it inside to Havard. Havard breaks the first tackle. He's brought down about 15 yards out. Brad O'Neill comes in dummy half, spreads it left to Mago. Patrick Mago knocked 2 Leigh Leopards players on the floor there. That's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And now they're messing about at the play of the ball, probably through embarrassment that he bulldozed two of them off. They were like Skittles. The referee just pinged them messing about, play the ball. Easy yardage for the Warriors. Wigan just outside of Lee's 30-yard line now. Mago once again, he's going to be getting over the 20. He stopped on the 20, was looking for the offload there, nobody there. Brad O'Neill in at dummy half. Spreads it right to French. French is going right. Then he comes left. He's just... Wigan are just throwing these... I mean, Bevan French is not the biggest player, is he? But he's just throwing the lead tacklers off. Mago picked up that short pass from Partington and he stopped about 3 yards out. And then another ill discipline from Leigh once again. Ollie Partington, he was hit after the pass, so the referees pinged Leigh for that. It was nothing though. He's gone down. I think it was is it Halton? I think. A little bit soft, but you can't do it. Mago once again, central under the post, driving them legs forward. 6-7 yards out. O'Neill this time goes down the right hand side. French, Field cuts back inside. Now he's running across the Leigh defence, and eventually he's put to the floor. O'Neill goes right once again. Smith to Walters. Walters tries to get over the line. Can he fall over the line and get his arm? He falls, but he can't outstretch that arm. They're about a yard short, Wigan. Now they're going down the left-hand side. Partington tries his luck. He's almost over the line there, but he's not going to get a chance to put the ball down. Wigan coming down the left-hand side again. Oh, my word. He took his eye off the ball there, did Field. And he had Marshall on his outside. Acres of space. It would have been another try for Wigan on the evening. And this man, it's almost like the game's too easy at times for him. And the simplest of things, it was a simple take the ball in, ship it on to Marshall, another 4 on the board for Wigan, and he's put it down. He's put it down. A little bit of a let off there for Leigh, and now Wigan have given Leigh some easy yardage there. Chanley getting a bit of facial from, not that can get your mind out the gutter, from O'Neill. Bit of fun. He saw the funny side, the referee didn't. So Leigh almost up to the halfway line. I think that was a sympathy penalty from the referee. Vienke gets over the halfway line. Can they come down the left-hand side? No, they're trying to go down the right-hand side now. I don't know what's happened to this Leigh team. It's not the Leigh team we saw last season, that's for sure. Lamb drives it in. He's met by Partington, Havard, Walters. Must be like running into a brick wall. Hodgson almost breaks the line. He looks like he's going to do something all the time when he gets that ball, Hodgson. He's busy, isn't he? He's like a little wasp. But he couldn't get through that line there. This is a little bit better from Leigh. Lamb gets the ball away. Now a chip comes in, lands on the 10. Marshall takes it, not under any pressure. Poor end to the set from Leigh. You know, I honestly can't remember Leigh completing a set with a good kick and putting Wigan under pressure. It's just probably because they've been kicking most of the game from in their own half. Adam Kieran drives it over the 20. Thompson, what can he do? Runs into Lamb and Alec Vienke. Smith's going to be putting a kick in on the 4th, looking for a 40-20. Is it going out on the full? No, not quite. Chanley's there to keep it in anyway. Chanley brings it forward. Then he's driven back by Nsemba. They'll be starting from inside their own 30. So a little bit of better field position this for Leigh Leopards. Hodgson's trying to get up to the 30. Does do as well, just. 3 tackles completed. Leigh up to their own 40. Luke Thompson's come on. Patrick Mago's gone off. Fourth interchange for Wigan. Just over the halfway line now, but Wigan have got... Oh, they've got round the outside of Marshall. Charnley trips himself up there, though. When it's not your night, it's not your night. I thought they'd just got round the side of Wigan, but trips himself up there. Did Charnley. Field takes that ball about 12 yards out. Lamb drops on top of him. Get the impression there's no love lost between Lamb and Field. We had the elbow in the first half, and it just looks like, for whatever reason, I don't think they'll be on each other's Christmas card list. Farrell gets us over the 40. Thompson over the 20. Thompson over the 30. Trying to get to the 40. He's flipped over. That ball's come loose. They've flipped him over, the Wigan players are saying. They weren't happy with that tackle, the Warriors. It looked, I couldn't quite, the way he got flipped over, I don't know if he was flipped over, but his legs didn't seem to go, oh, you can't do that, man. They've flipped him over and they've put him onto his back, not onto his head. Although he's bent in half there. That's not, that's a dangerous tackle, that. He got bent in half. But it's not like your usual, you know, where they tip you over the horizontal and dump you on your head. He's been tipped over and dumped on his back. 3 of them in the tackle. Cade Ellis has come on for Ethan Havard. That's the 5th interchange for Wigan out of the 8 that they are allowed. So no card or anything, but it was a penalty to Wigan. Cade Ellis drives it in. He's over the 30. 52.5 minutes gone. Wigan 30, Leigh 0. Wigan trying to come down that left-hand side. Thompson drives it in. He's over the 20. O'Neill looks to his right-hand side. Picks it up one-handed. It's with French. To Smith. To Walters. Walters, can he break the line? No. Lamb's there. Ellis is having a go himself. He's under the post. He's about 2 yards short. Brad O'Neill, it looks like he's going left to Smith. Back inside to Partington. Partington's tackled well. Last tackle coming up. What are they going to do here? It's down the right-hand side. Oh! A flat, speedy pass outside to Eckersley. Took it well. And there's no Leigh player within 5 yards of him. The in-goal area at the Brick Community Stadium, it's not the biggest, but he was still able to bring it 4 tries this season for Eckersley as well. He was still able to take that ball and then drive inwards towards the post as well. With not the biggest in-goal area, that tells you where the nearest Leigh Leopards defender was. Oh, who's that? They got sucked in there. Senior got sucked in thinking that ball was going to Adam Kieran, a la the previous try that Kieran scored. So you can understand it from Senior. But in doing so, he left his man, Eckersley, on the outside, who had so much space. All smiles on the Wigan Warriors' faces. One of them no-look passes. Thing is, you can afford to do that if you get an interception, all right, when you're 30-0 to the good. This is going to be a little bit more tricky for Adam Kieran, but it's on the right side for him. Him being a left footer, but it is a little bit closer to the touchline. Eckersley made it a bit easier by coming in towards the post. 5 from 5 tonight so far for Adam Kieran. God, blimey, straight through the middle. No problem with that strike. Has a wry smile on his face there. Do you know, everybody's smiling apart from the Leigh Leopards players. I suppose all the supporters can do is smile, because if you didn't, you'd cry. It's an awful performance. You know, I'm not sure what Lamb's going to do with his charges going forward. They look disjointed. The defensive line's not working. They're bouncing off tackles. Davis won't be coming back on. He's failed his HIA. I should think he has. If you missed it, he got hit in the face with the ball when he wasn't looking. So it's not like he braced for it. Knocked him clean out. He was out cold before he hit the floor, and it looked like it broke his nose, or he had blood coming from his face. Tom Forber's come on, so that'll be for Brad O'Neill. Forber goes left. Smith puts a kick in. An angled kick across field, so it's going to be Leigh taking it just outside their own goal line, and Senior's wrapped up. He can only come back about 2 yards. Lamb's in at dummy half, walks up, looks dejected. Hodgson just short of the 20. Charnley, what can Charnley do? Once of the Wigan Warriors, gets up to the 30. Last tackle again, they're just on their own 40. Lamb's going to be kicking from 35 yards out. Decent enough kick. Good take from field on the 20. Puts it inside back to Marshall. Marshall drives it forward up to the 30. Good field position for Wigan once again, starting this set of 6. Farrell cuts back inside, evades the first tackle. He's brought the line almost. Scragged to the floor on the halfway line. Forber in at dummy half. Now they're coming down the right-hand side, Wigan. That pass misses out Bevan French. It's collected by Walters. He straightens it up. Bevan French comes in at dummy half. Spreads it inside to Thompson. Thompson over the 30. 4 tackles gone. Forber spreads it left to Partington, to Smith. Miss pass there to Farrell. He's got Marshall on his outside. Doesn't let the pass go. Marshall comes in at dummy half. Last tackle coming up for Wigan. Smith, 15 yards out, puts a cross-field kick in. Kieran gets up there first, knocks it backwards. It comes back to Bevan French. He volleys it first time. Not hard, takes a bit of pace. He was trying to chip it through for himself. Got a little bit too good of a connection, and it's gone dead. So it'll be a 20-metre restart to Leigh, which they've already taken. They're almost up to the 30. Wigan messing around at the play of the ball there. Adam Kieran. Some welcome free yardage for Leigh. Leigh gets back underway. Partington and Thompson with the tackle. They put Trout on the floor. Mulhern drives it forward. He's met by Forber. Bit of a... Almost lost it there, but takes it back in cleanly. Brand tries his luck, but he's met by Cade Ellis. Ellis has got claret coming out of his right eye. That'll have to get wiped up. Oh, blimey, who was that with the tackle? Adam Kieran on Halton. Drove him backwards and into the ground. He kept hold of the ball, though. That's the main thing. 4 tackles gone. And eventually, cornering at dummy half. Now, they've got a chance on the last tackle to put Wigan under pressure. Hodgson, what's he going to do? They're throwing it about, basketball style. Mulhern, he's back to the 20, he's coming left. And then he just runs into Walters, Partington and French. Had a chance to get rid of the ball there and at least get a kick in. And a poor set to the end, a poor play at the end of that set once again for Leigh. Barber spreads it left to Farrell. Farrell drives it forward. Gets to 35 yards out. This time Partington tries his luck. He stopped at the 40. Barber spreads it right. It's with Cade Ellis. Ellis looking for the offload. Decides to keep hold of it. Probably wise. Mulhern in attendance. Smith's going to put a kick in just outside the 40, so it's not going to be a 40-20. In fact, he's got this. The bounce was a little bit unkind there for Smith. Slaps his hand in disgust with himself. I don't know why. It wasn't that bad. Lamb gets us underway. Leigh on their own 20. Driven forward by Charnley, just short of the 30. Lamb in at dummy half once again. Hanley drives it forward once more. He's met by Walters and Bevan French. Up to the halfway line. Holton driving it forward. Oh no, it just gets worse. Cook can't take it in. Butterfingers on the third tackle as well. He had to reach forward for it, but I thought he'd made good. He just couldn't bring it into his body. Puts it down. Lamb looks resigned. Coach Lamb, that is. And son Lamb, probably. Look resigned to the fact that it's not going to be their night. And it's going to be a case of, with 18 minutes to go still, can they keep this score under 50? I think they'll struggle. You know, at least Hull FC came out in the second half against Wigan last time out in round 2 and put a bit of a better performance in. This second half performance from Leigh has just been a continuation of the first half. Poor. Ellis over the halfway line, centre field, just short of Leigh's 40. Forber in at dummy half, spreads it to the left-hand side. Smith and Sember. And Sember straightens it up, trying to get to the 30. Can't quite get there. Forber comes in and spreads it right to Thompson now. No thought of passing that from Thompson. Head down, up to the 20, over the 20. French, what can he do? Dummies the pass there to Essay, who's come on. Can't get over the line, though. Smith with a little chip kick there through to Junior and Sember. Picks it up off the floor and bounces over the line. Too easy for Wigan Warriors once again. Leigh's defensive line, it's like a dog's leg. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. Just so poor. Good invention, though, from Wigan, I must say. You know, not afraid to put the kick in early. First try this season for Junior and Sember. I think I'm pretty safe in saying it isn't going to be his last. .40 points on the board without reply for the Wigan Warriors. This is they need this though as well, because last season it looked like, I mean it didn't in the end, but at one stage it looked like it could come down to goal difference between Wigan and Hull KR. And Hull KR had a far superior goal difference to the Warriors, so every point they can put over Leigh will help. Adam Kieran with another pretty simple kick. Right through it goes. You get the feeling tonight you could put him outside the stadium and he'd still kick the 2 points. Oh, apologies. You know, when you get games like this, they're not the most exciting, are they? It's all right if you're a Warriors fan and as a neutral, it's not been a competition. Eze up to the 15-metre mark from the restart. Forber in at dummy half. Thompson over the 20. Cade Ellis trying to get up to the 30. He's just short. Forber goes right to Walters. Walters almost breaks the line there. Had Field inside if he could have got the if he could have got the offload away there, but not quite. He was wrapped up. Ellis to Thompson. Thompson hits that wall of Leigh defenders. Referee calls held. Smith's going to be kicking just outside Leigh's 40. Hodgson comes across, competes well with Bevan French. Great play that from Hodgson. Complete focus on the ball there. Ignored everybody around him, and not easy when you've got a player coming right in your face at pace. No problem for Hodgson. He's the only player tonight who's looked like he always plays like with intensity anyway. But he's not stopped all night, the youngster. Oh, almost got a decent play going there, but the offload was knocked on. Wigan picked the ball up. They've got great field position. Excuse me. Field goes down on the 40. Forward inside to Farrell. Farrell's up to the 30. It was Cook with the knock on. If he'd have taken that, chance he'd have gone all the way. He had open field, but knocked it on. 2 tackles gone. Smith, centre field to French down this right-hand side. Little layoff to Kieran. Kieran's wrapped up, though, by Mulhern as soon as he picks that ball up. Forber comes in at dummy half. Spreads it left to Ellis. Ellis to Thompson. Thompson gets the offload away to Smith. Now it's with Field. He almost stops and surveys what he's going to do. Anybody over there? There's no tackle coming in, so he's got the time to do it. Eze driving it forward towards the line. He's Patrick Mago-esque. He's still going. He stopped a yard short. Forber goes down the right. Last tackle coming up is with French. Short pass to Walters. Walters is going towards the line, but he'll be wrapped up. That'll be the turnover. Leigh will be starting from a yard outside their own goal line. The way that they've been playing, I'm not convinced they'll be getting out their own 10 anytime soon. Probably going to end up getting driven back over their own goal line for a goal line dropout if they're not careful. So they're just on their own 10 now. 2 tackles gone, so I take that back. Well done, Leigh. Now they're up to the 20, just over the 20. 3 tackles gone. Didn't expect that from Leigh, so well done to them. What can Hodgson do? Trying to get over the 40. 3 Wigan players in attendance. I think his slight stature is in his favour. It does it, at times, because there's not enough of him for defenders to get hold of. Lamb puts a kick in from 35 yards out. Eckersley knocks it backwards from his own 30, picks it up, tries to get back to the 30, can't quite do it. Mulhern's in there, ensuring Wigan start from their own 25-yard line. Marshall gets over the 30. Farrell over the 40. It's just one out rugby for Wigan. They know that there's 10 easy yards each time they pick a ball up. Now it's with French. He's over the halfway line, bouncing off tackles. Lamb with the tackle, dumps him on the floor. Didn't take him over horizontal though. Nothing wrong with that. Now it's with Field, running cross field, looking for he's jinking and jiving, trying to go through the line. He's broke through the line. He's got so many options. It's Harry Smith who's on his inside. Charnley's not going to get there. Smith dives over the line. Absolute embarrassing defending from Leigh Leopards. They're not playing like Leopards tonight. I don't know what they're playing like. Slugs. Leigh Slugs, they maybe should be called, because they're just not they're not mobile. As soon as the scrambling defence is awful. Actually, it's not awful. It's non-existent. So Wigan are just making the most of this woeful Leigh performance tonight. In field there, we're looking at a replay of this. He just ran across the line, made it out as though he was going to pass to Nsemba, who was on his outside, and thought, actually, there's a nice gap there. I'll just run through that. Nobody at home, nobody could catch him once he broke the line. He's got too much pace. Shocking. No problem from Kieran there with the kick. Easiest one of the night, actually. Wigan 48, Leigh Leopards 0. I'll put a trade on. Apologies. I'll be with you in 1 second. There we go. Leigh get us back underway. Patrick Mago drives it forward. He's up to the 20. Do you know, I honestly don't see Leigh getting on the scoreboard tonight. And when Wigan played Hull FC on the weekend, Hull FC scored with almost the last kick of the game. Decent defense from Wigan. I mean, if it stays like this, 6 points in 2 games against. So disappointing, the performance. I was looking forward to a good tussle tonight. I put in the description of this, the Battle of the Boroughs. It's normally a bruising encounter, and if it was a boxing match, it would have been stopped in the first round. They've hardly laid a glove. They haven't laid a glove on the Wigan Warriors. Wigan are hunting now the Leigh players who are trapped inside their own 10. The only player who will come out of this game tonight, for me, for Leigh, is Hodgson. He's been industrious. He's put himself about. He's tried to get, he's trying to get some go forward ball. One of the smallest players on the field for Leigh. Forward tackle's gone, and they're up to their own 30. You know what? Once again, it's going to be kicking from deep for Lamb. Puts a kick in from about 28 yards out. It's bounced, picked up by Marshall just outside his own 30. Marshall comes infield, gets put to ground just outside of his own 40. Harry Smith's in at dummy half. Spreads it right to Eckersley. Eckersley straightens it up, trying to get to the halfway line. Wigan are making so much ground after contact as well, and when the tackle's being made. Walters over the halfway line, gets an offload there to Field. Field is looking to break that line again. Slips though, luckily for Leigh. So Forber comes in at dummy half, spreads it to the right-hand side to Mago. Mago gets the offload to Thompson. Thompson's over the 40. He's looking around. Nobody can bring him to ground. Eventually they do. Tackle round the neck, but now Wigan coming down the right-hand side. Bevan French, what's he going to do? Stands back. He's teasing the defenders there. Almost breaks the line. Just can't quite do it. Gets ankle tap there. So, going to be a kick from Field into the corner. Hodgson picks it up. Adam Kieran picks him up, drives him over the line with the help of Walters and Eckersley. And it's going to be a goal line dropout. Do you know what? I'm surprised he had. I thought he was going to get away with it there, Hodgson. Concentrating on catching the ball, eyes on it, did well. But his lack of size went against him there. 3 Wigan players drive him over his own goal line. What are Leigh going to do here? Are they going to go short? I wouldn't. I'd be going long. As long as you could. 75 minutes on the clock. They have gone short, and it's not their night. It's just going to bounce. And, well, you know what I'm going to say? It's bounced inside their own 10 and gone out of bounds. You know, it's gone over the touchline. So Wigan have the ball on the 10, just inviting pressure, Leigh. Can he get over the line? Nobody gets the offload to Forber. Forber's over the line. There you go. Too easy for Wigan. I think there was a high tackle in there as well, trying to stop him getting over, but nothing's been made of it, so we'll move on. Another easy conversion coming up, though, for Adam Kieran as well. All smiles on the Wigan players' faces and the fans, as you would expect. Wigan 52, Leigh Leopards 0. Tom Forber, first try of the season. Eze it was who set that up, though. Beautiful offload, driving towards the line. All came about from Leigh trying to go short. Didn't get enough distance. It bounced, went over the sideline. Wigan start on the 10. Eze drives it in, gets the offload back, basketball style to Forber. Forber took one to his head, but didn't stop him getting over, that's for sure. Not been the most exciting match tonight, really. Youngster there for the Wigan Warriors. Happy with the result. This will be his 9th conversion tonight for Adam Kieran. Eight from 8. This will be 9 from 9. You know what that means percentage-wise, don't you? You don't have to be Stephen Hawkins to work that out. Over we go. Wigan Warriors 54. Leigh Leopards 0. And lucky to be 0. Matt Peet punches the air as Forber goes over there and has a smile on his face. He's thinking, yeah, Cruz who? Cruz Lehman? Never heard of him. Just under 3 minutes to go. From a Wigan perspective now, they've put the manners on Leigh. You just don't want any injuries. No injuries, no silly red cards. Adam Kieran. Patrick Mago drives it over the 30. Referee calls held. Forward in at dummy half. Short past the 2. Walters. It was too fast for Walters, so he backed away from it. And Eze wasn't really expecting it, so it's been knocked on. We'll play on because Leigh picked the ball up. So they're up to Wigan's 30. 6 again. Are they going to finally get on the score sheet? They don't deserve one, by the way. They don't even deserve a bus only. I'd make them walk the 6 miles. Can they get something for the fans at least? No. Loose pass there. Picked up by Hodgson. They've lost about 15 metres. Although he's making hay forwards once again. Brought down by Farrell just outside the 10. Oh, he's done his knee. Oh, we didn't want any injuries. Any player, really. Oh, he's dislocated. I think he's dislocated his knee. He doesn't want to bend it. Oh, no. Hopefully it's gone back in. He didn't want to bend that knee. You know, like if your kneecap comes around a little bit. Physio's on, just trying to loosen it up. We're on 79 minutes. Just take him off. He's the only one who can come off this pitch tonight with his head held high. If you're elite for Leigh Leopards, and that's Hodgson. At least he's standing. Trying to see, we're just seeing a replay of it again. So he kind of slides into the tackle. He caught his foot, and I'm wondering if that's what's. His knees. It looked like his kneecaps come round the side of his leg. Oh dear. Didn't deserve that, the young lad. Looks distraught, the youngster. Fingers crossed it's nothing too serious and he can have a speedy recovery. Literally 60 seconds to go. I'd put the kiss of death. Yeah, he knows he's distraught. Said not a minute before, and we just don't want any injuries now. Leigh trying to come down that left-hand side. Nothing doing there thanks to Bevan French. 40 seconds to go. Lamb puts a crossfield kick in. That ball's bouncing around. It's picked up by Nsemba. Oh, floats one up in the air as an offload. Who's going to come and get it? Jai Field. Just the man you want, but he's wrapped up by the Leigh players, number 6. That Cork. Now it's with Marshall, trying to get up to the halfway line. Just lie on the floor now. Make this the last play of the game. Forber in at dummy half. It's with Mago. Mago drives it forward. No real intensity. Doesn't want to do anything stupid. 6 seconds to go. Now it's with Thompson. Thompson doesn't drive it in too hard. And that's it. That'll be the end. The hooter goes. The Wigan Warriors 54. Leigh Leopards 0. Leigh lucky to get 0. What an awful performance from Leigh. Wish Hodgson all the best. Didn't deserve that injury to his knee at the end. So hopefully he's going to have a speedy recovery and it's not as bad as it looks. But Wigan go marching on. Adrian Lamb looks... I was calling Pat Lamb. Adrian Lamb he just looks resigned to what the hell was that. But whatever that was, it wasn't good. Right, I'm going to call it. Thanks to Frankie for joining me in live chat. Got a little bit of work to do before 10 o'clock now. And join us again. I'm not sure when we're on air next. It might be for Vispa Krakow, or it might be football special. Ping that notifications bell, though, if you haven't done so already, assuming that you've subscribed. And you don't need to miss our stream. I am Jimmy James. Thanks for watching. Catch it live first. We'll be back soon.